Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of the Jack Swarbrick Show. On this week's show, we will sit down with Notre Dame women's basketball associate head coach and national champion Neil Ivey and chat with the man responsible for NBC being the home of all Notre Dame football home games, Ken Schanzer. But first, to get things started, here are your hosts, Jack Swarbrick, Notre Dame softball pitching ace Rachel Nasland, and co-hosting his last Jack Swarbrick Show, Notre Dame captain and soon-to-be graduate, James Onwualu.
Welcome to another week of the Jack Swarbrick Radio Show. It's possible it'll be the last show because I figure when James leaves us here,
they're kicking you off with them?
Well, they may. I mean, the ratings are going to plummet.
Yeah.
The demand will dry up. I mean, Rachel, I don't know. We may, you and I may be out of a job next week.
I'm kind of scared, man. Should we hold auditions for the next James?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Well, yeah, you know, he's irreplaceable, but we gotta come as close as we can, right?
I'm feeling abandoned a little bit.
No. Yeah, this
James,
is my last show. But.
Your last show, buddy. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, of course.
Let's start there. What have you learned from this experience?
Sheesh. I mean, I've never done it. It's a little bit different for me because I've never really interviewed some people, so I'm always on the side of being interviewed. So when you throw us in the fire and have Rachel and I doing interviews, I think that's a little different. Coming up with questions and having that conversation on the spot has been a little challenging, but it's been fun. So,
well, you'll be graduating mid-year.
Yep.
What happens next?
Finishing up my finals this coming week, and then going to go home and spend the holiday with my mom and my brother. And then day after Christmas, I'm shipping off to California to start training. So
the better part of the States.
Yeah, right where she's from. So trying to avoid winter since that showed up here in South Bend pretty brutally.
It has showed up this week, but I don't know. I think a toughness is built in this environment. Don't go soft in Southern Cal.
Don't forget, I'm from Minnesota, so
I know.
I'm used to it. I got my big jacket out, and I'm walking to class still.
So I know you go and you start training. How does the process sort of work from that point on? I mean, what do you expect? You'll get individual tryouts with teams at some point along the way?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still learning about the process as well, but you sign with an agent, you go out and start training, and I'm going to be training for about 3 weeks to a month, and then I'll be playing in the East-West Shrine game. Go perform there, come back and train a little bit more, hopefully go to the Combine, and then come back and train a little bit more, come back to South Bend for a pro day, and then after that I'll probably stay here since teams usually come and do their one-on-one training and tryouts. So.
What do you think it'll be like training without having to go to school now?
It'll be nice.
Have a little more time to yourself,
exactly,
a little more sleep.
Yeah. It'll be a challenge, but it'll be fun to just kind of fully focus on getting my body right and trying to get it to its peak performance here in a few weeks, and see what I can do.
One more official act for you, which is Echoes, the year-end program, our version of a football banquet, but it's much more high-end entertainment.
Yeah.
Be Friday night this week. People will be able to watch it on television and then online afterwards. That's really evolved into sort of a special evening.
Oh yeah, it's a real fun night for everybody. Everybody gets dressed up, and I think they've got the gold carpet this year for everybody to come down and kind of strut their stuff and. Like I said, get dressed up and kind of have a fun night. Just, the team and all the people we love, all our support staff, and, just celebrate the year and the year we've had together. So,
you guys do a year-end banquet of some sort?
Not quite like that. There's no gold carpet.
Yeah.
Well, there's no charter either.
There's no charter. There's no gold carpet.
We'll see if we can get you an invite to ours.
Oh, thanks. At last-minute invite.
My first year here, I attended the fencing year-end program, and fencing has a lot of participants in it.
Yeah.
And their program involves every senior speaking.
Mm.
And I can't remember exactly, but I think it started at 7. They got kicked out of the space the function was in at midnight. Retired to the fencing area, and
seniors are still talking.
And I think it went till some version at 2 a.m. I bailed at about 11. The Echoes is a little tighter.
Yeah, a little tighter. It's down to the second. Usually some comedy in the beginning, and then we get to the awards, and enjoy ourselves. It's always
And
fun.
I think Jack Collinsworth is hosting this year.
Excited for that.
Yeah,
He'll do a good job.
He always does a great job.
Yeah, get a little focus on some student talent, both from the football players and our MC.
That's what it's all about.
We could have taken note from him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
He'd
a little-
probably do a better job than both of us.
We discussed having you two co-host it.
Oh,
actually,
no way.
but, you become such pros.
Was I backup?
Rachel would freak out. She'd be way too nervous.
She doesn't get nervous. She's a pitcher. Man.
That's a little different.
Yeah, a little different, but largely the same. Largely the same. This week on campus, middle of the basketball season, women face number 1 UConn. Tough game, tied at half.
Yeah.
Not a great first quarter. Rallied in the second quarter, went into halftime tied, and it got away from them a little bit as the game wore on. But you can certainly see they've got the goods to compete for the title, and I wouldn't be surprised to see those two teams meet again somewhere down the line.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I watched a little bit of the game. Didn't get in. It was full house in there.
Yeah.
Everybody was out supporting, but they're moving the ball well, playing some good ball from what I know. I'm not a basketball player, but at least they're running the court, and hopefully, they lost this one, but jump back with the W when it really matters in the playoffs, hopefully.
And the guys, of course, had a really impressive showing against the team that had beaten Indiana University earlier in the year, Indiana University Fort Wayne. Mm-hmm. And now, this Saturday, had to play number 1 Villanova in New Jersey. I think a great test. And the following week, they take, I think, 16th rated Purdue on in Indianapolis. So the next 2 weeks will tell a lot about them. But, boy, they've looked great this season.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, and we will be back with our guests and hang with us for a great show tonight.
I play because I love it, the enjoyment and excitement you get when you play.
Whenever we go out and play a home game, I know to expect at least 8,000 people. It really just pumps me up.
It's an unreal feeling just knowing that everyone's there to watch you do what you love.